So I'm with Jim Pemberton, president of Pembertons in McKeesport, Pennsylvania. Jim, how are you today?
Doing great, Jeff. Thanks for having me back.
Glad to have you. We've talked a couple times about cleaning and pets and things like that. And last time we left off, you were going to share a story about someone who had some money, but wanted to clean their own carpet. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
This person, her and her husband have a family business, but a multiple truck operation in the heating and cooling industry. And I came to know them socially, and I found out that she was cleaning her own carpet on the weekends with a machine she bought in the store. And I asked her why, and she said, "Look, I have a service business too, and as odd as this may sound, I don't want people like my people coming to my house to clean my carpet." Seemed kind of funny, but she was a realistic employer that understood how difficult it was to get good people in the home. So it wasn't a matter that she couldn't afford carpet cleaning. She could probably have bought one of my customers' businesses out, but she just didn't trust any carpet cleaning.
You know, Jim, I think as cleaners, people assume, those in the industry, that when they see them getting their rental machine or whatever and doing their own carpet, it's because of the money. But you're telling me it's not always the money. What are some triggers that would make someone who has the money to hire a company spend their Saturday cleaning their own carpet? Because that can't be fun.
No. Well, one is trust. In other words, will the person coming in my home be careful with my belongings, be trustworthy to be among my family, uh, show up on time, just typical trust of strangers in the home. The other thing, going back to what we've talked about before, is the pet issue, because that's really a trust issue. Since I had that experience in talking to other people that clean their own carpet and why, often it's because they're afraid of what the carpet cleaner might be using and if it might harm their pet. So they feel if they either own their own machine or rent a machine, then they can buy something at the pet shop or something online from a company they trust so that they know what's going into their carpet, not so much how effective it will be, but whether it's safe for the pet. The safety of the pet is paramount to these people, even over the potential result of the cleaning.
Okay, so we've set up the issue. Now, all those cleaners watching this, they want to know what they can do.
Well, obvious things. Clean truck. I was with a cleaning company just last Saturday doing some consulting work, and the crews, as they returned, were washing their own trucks. The trucks get washed every day. That's just part of the philosophy of that company. The appearance of the technicians themselves. When someone comes to the door, uniform, identification, good grooming, all of this stuff is things we've learned for decades in our industry. But something interesting tying to the pets that these employees of this company do, and they're all pet owners, so they do it naturally. They don't really do it because the boss told them, but they all do it, is as soon as the potential customer or the first-time customer begins to apologize for the pet's antics, maybe jumping up on them or a little odor in the house, they immediately say, "Hey, I got a dog too. Let me show you a picture." And they take their cell phone and show pictures of their dog. Well, once the pets are introduced to each other, the relationship with the customer gets that much easier. It's a big thing. So certainly you can make statements in your website and social media and your marketing that you have a pet-friendly process and use safe products. But image, one of those things that who you are speaks so loudly, I can't hear what you say. So it's the image, it's the conduct, and it's finding that common ground of the pets themselves. Once people figure that the carpet cleaner has a pet themselves, they're going to, by inference, believe you're not going to do anything that's going to hurt my dog. So I think it's important to have a certain amount of empathy for what people are really thinking.
Okay. We got a couple more seconds, Jim. Any final words?
Once you get past these obstacles, the thing you do as a cleaning company, never overlook this, is you get people to buy back their time. When they're cleaning for themselves, they're not playing golf. They're not working in the garden. They're not lazing in front of Netflix. Whatever it is, when you offer a cleaning service, you're giving people back the one thing they can't otherwise get back, and that's their time.